See I'm shoulder, kept us go. Puerto Rican, on the block, call the J. Go, just cheeky. On the clock like it's payroll. Ruler, click, look, I hate Little Puerto Rican, on the block, holla J-Lo.
What's good, what's good? That's Yana Shawty, TYSF, Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with the one and only, the legendary, a trendsetter, real inspiration to the whole Bay Area, even out of this motherfucking Northern California shit. The one and only Mr. Goldtoes, him motherfucking self.
Hey, what's happening?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I feel like if I was on a mushroom, this couch would eat me up. This couch just saw me like,
I was like, what's been going on?
Like, boy, yeah, what's happening though?
How you feel to be home?
I feel good. I mean, I wish it was sunny out here though.
I know.
I wish
it
was
changes
sunny.
the vibe of shit.
I mean, I love the rain. I love the fog.
Right.
I miss that. But, man, I wish it was sunny so we can get to business and get to cracking. But it's all good. You know, it is what it is.
Feeling good?
It's going to keep me out here just a little longer. You feel me?
For sure. And we're always happy to have you here. You be popping up everywhere. I'll be like, how he be everywhere in one day? But it's dope to see you everywhere. Let's get straight to it. I have so many questions for you, the one and only legendary Goldtoes. Let's start with the name Goldtoes. When did that come about? How did that come about? I know you started at a very young age. Did you automatically start with the name Goldtoes, and was it music inclined already when you came out the gates?
No, Goldtoes was music inclined. I mean, it was given to me. I made that song on 17 Reasons. Baldhead Rick and Cougnut, we made Power and the Pain on 17 Reasons. And when he said drop top essay on him, Goldtoes, right? Mm-hmm. But it's actually three people. It's kind of a few ways it came about. That was one way when he said that on the song. And the reason he said that on the song was because when me and Cougnut was driving up in the Impala to Les G's studio, he was like, man, you got to have another name besides Julio. You can't just be Julio. You got to have a moniker. That's what he said, right? And I was like, man. So, they did the Power and the Pain. And Baldhead Rick was like, Goldtoes, I like that. He kind of threw it out there, but didn't really say nothing. He said the name in the song. But then I remember me and my boy Playboy, we was in the car, and he was like, hey, man, throw that song on. I'm like, what song? You know that song? They got your name in it. And I was like, oh, okay, you mean Power and the Pain. So I threw it on, and he was like, that's it. I'm like, what? He's like, your name, Goldtoes. And I remember looking, I'm like, Goldtoes.
Did you initially like it, or at first you
were
like,
I was like, yeah, Goldtoes, because I needed a name, because everybody, like, I was looking at all the CEOs at the time, they had like such and such name. I was just Julio. I didn't stand out. It was just like I needed something else to it. So I was just saying, man, that's when he said that, I was like, yeah, Goldtoes. So I'm gonna go with Julio Goldtoes. So I started putting that on all the flyers. I started telling everybody, man, say my name in the song. I'm paying you. I want my name in the song, Goldtoes. So,
right.
And that's, then after that, I mean, it just spread like a wildfire.
How did 17 Reasons come about? And was that the first album that you were behind?
I mean, 17 Reasons came about. Me and Charles Kelly, Nick Cannon's manager, he's from the Fillmore, we got together, and me and him was actually baptized in the same little Philip.
Oh, deeper than what we think.
Yeah, it was family, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he talked me into doing my first few songs. And after I did my first few songs, I was addicted, getting that rush, that high of making a song, and knowing that this is my song, I made for it, I made it, I paid for it, and I'm letting people hear it, and people are bobbing their head. And at that time, it was tight, because really you didn't have like no Latin CEOs or nothing like that. So it was like I liked it, the energy after I made the song, what it gave to me, but also how the energy, I could see people, making them dance, making them like mob,
You got the reaction.
The reaction, exactly. So that was it was a feeling. So I've been chasing that high ever since.
That's so crazy. Yeah, definitely have, because now you're back into your music bag, which we'll talk a little bit more about. But how did you go from, or when did that transition from like being a musician to being more of like behind the scenes CEO pushing other artists and becoming more of like, I would say more like, as artists, we're bossed up, of course. But when we're behind the scenes and we're pushing something out, we become more of a boss because we're not always in the limelight.
I think that I always was pushing. Ever since even 17 Reasons, I was pushing 17 Reasons. I was pushing Black and Brown. So when I pushing, meaning I was getting out in those streets, I was panning out them flyers. I was in your face with the music I had. Whoever, like, when I first started, I was compilations. I had several artists, so I'm pushing everything I had, and that kind of showed me the grind on what to do. And the main thing is stay in their face, hand-to-hand combat, hit as many people as I can with the flyer, with conversation,
Right.
with the poster.
That groundwork. There's nothing like that groundwork. Everybody that comes here that been in the game forever, they're like, it's that groundwork. We were in people's faces. Unlike now, everything's social media.
Go ahead.
Freaking. Okay, so 17 Reasons, you were pushing that. Black and Brown ENT, one of the biggest things, like, to me in Northern California as a whole. How do you feel about it now, and how was it then?
Black and Brown is like one of them. It's like the godfathers of record labels in the Bay. I want to say it's one of them ones. It's like antique. You feel me? Back in the day when like I said, when I put those words together, saying Black and Brown Entertainment was one thing, but when you read it on paper, it gave you another. It comes out differently.
Feeling.
Yeah, it's like a feeling. Like I'm saying, people wearing it on T-shirts. I remember I used to press up hella shirts. And I would just give them out. I would just go to the hood and just give them out. I ain't even trying to sell them. I just want everybody wearing them. 18 with a bullet, 17 Reasons, Mr. Key, Game Untold. Black and Brown, hella big on them. People wearing them. I mean, it was a sense of pride. We had our own identity, and it did something. It actually represented, first and foremost, how I grew up in San Francisco.
Right.
But really, it represented the Bay Area, and then more so Northern California, how it is up here.
Did
Then
you get
there's
any
black.
pushback?
No.
Nice.
I know that there will be certain places I would go, though. People would read it, and I could see, and I would say people that weren't Black and Brown
Right.
would read it and kind of feel like, the fuck, who the fuck are these dudes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Flamed up, and it has its positives, it has its negatives, just because of the type of music we're doing. So I'm sure some people hearing some negative stuff coming out, Black and Brown, blah, 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 people gonna be like, oh shit, you feel me? But at the same time, it was a positive thing as well, because we're learning how to get into a legitimate business. We're learning the music business. We're gathering people together. We're getting information. And as through the years developed, I was able to turn that around into a more positive thing as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to say when it first came out, we was, we
Real
was
gutter
gangster.
shit.
Yeah, we was gutter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and as you learn that, you're blessed with, getting a power of something and knowing how to maneuver and drive that car into something more positive.
Right.
And that's where I'm at with it now. Black and Brown's for the people. Black and Brown is not a color. It's a state of mind.
Right.
It's a way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
There's white Chinese that are Black and Brown mentality. You feel me? So that's, to me, what Black and Brown stands for.
Yeah, I like that.
State of mind.
Who taught? How'd you learn all this? Like.
Rest in peace, my boy Lala from the Mission, man. He's passed away. Actually, was doing some time, and I remember he wrote this whole thing for me because I want to be able to say certain things. Like, I always felt he knew how to take my feelings and put it into words. So, and that was one of the words that he put in. It was a state of mind. He wrote this whole thing. It was tight. I still got it.
That's super dope. Fuck, what was the question I just asked? Fuck, I just asked you. Learning this. This shit ain't easy. This music industry and just the game in general that comes from the marketing to the pushing it to the everything. It's not easy. How did you learn all that and at a young age?
I spent all my money and lost it. Yeah, for real. I spent money. I spent money. I mean, I learned everything. I mean, that's at the end of the day, you got to spend your money to learn. You got to take chances. You got to take risks. You got to ask questions. I would ask. I wouldn't just go to one person and ask. I ask about 3 or 4 people before I spend my dollar. Or sometimes you don't have too many people with, whatever the situation is, you got to go with your gut and just go for what you know and try it out. And knowing that, nothing's guaranteed on some things. Some people were like street promoters back in the day. Oh, I'm paying this guy in Ohio. He says he's going to put my posters all through Ohio, and you send him your poster, you send him the money. You're just trusting that he's going to do it. You're waiting for the pictures to come back so you can see the pictures and everything.
Right.
That was street promoters was a good way to get for people to get over on record labels like myself, independent record labels. But I was actually fortunate. I would always do an investigation on who I was paying. I would stay communicating with them, making sure that I was nice.
Right.
I was nice before you go yelling at a motherfucker who's across there. You got to be smooth as, trying to make sure they're getting it done. Okay, all right, you didn't hit that. I need you to hit it next week. Or I need you to make sure, boom, and get the stuff done. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I never got robbed or got in a bad situation with a street promoter, but I know many, many people that have. And so I think that's what helped me out in my digital distribution company.
I was about to ask you that.
Because I did all the homework on a lot of the groundwork on DJs, on street promoters, on marketing companies, on artists that, if you pay an artist, he gonna come back with, this artist you pay him, I could say, he gonna have your shit in a couple of days, or he might have your shit in a couple hours, opposed to the artist that you pay, and he ain't gonna have your shit maybe in a month, maybe 2, maybe never. Nah.
Maybe never.
That's why I'm like, if they ask me, I'm like, nope, don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or, because that should be hella weak when motherfuckers be taking their money and don't be handling their business.
Bad
man.
business, yeah.
That's like horrible. That's like why even be in the business, because you're gonna taint your name. You may be on for that minute. There's hella artists that I know that been on, that did bad business, and they ain't on no more because of the bad business.
Right.
Handle your business, man. Don't take no money if you ain't gonna make it happen. You
That's
feel me?
real.
Straight up.
That's real. Then you don't got the money to pay it back when they're asking for that shit
We gonna
back.
be fighting.
Let's talk a little bit about GT. GT to me, like GT been around, but I feel like it's booming right now. Like a lot of eyes on, and a lot of it comes from you. Like you're booming right now. You're doing interviews. You're active. You're out there. Musically.
I was just talking today. A lot of big things right now today. What's today's date?
The 31st.
The January 31st, 2024. A lot of big shit in the Bay that just happened. We just did the Bay Area Flavors.
Yes.
Too Short, BERNER, J Diggs, and brought Jenny 6ix9ine. Big song, big thing for the Bay. We had a great video. That was good. Another big thing, this movie that we're doing, Splash City.
Yes.
I'm the one who brought these two companies, these entities together to make this possible for the Bay. 4 Ways Entertainment and BERNER. I put that shit together in LA. Boom, 2 years ago, and now it's in fruitation that now we in the Bay Area and we got a movie representing Bay Area lifestyles and more to come. So like I'm behind that. I'm the one. I feel like not the master planner because everybody got to play their part, but I'm a strong, intricate tool that put these puzzles together to make things happen. And right now, as far as I'm going to LA now. I'm going to San Diego. Before that was uncharted territory for myself. Not as much. I used to go, but not as much. Now I'm hitting the whole West Coast. And I stay in Texas now too as well. So I got the South. I stay moving around, and I think that's what makes me a lot different than most distribution companies. That I am moving around.
Yeah, I agree.
You feel me?
And you're actually showing it and showcasing it with content. It's not like we're actually seeing it. It's not just woofing. You're not just saying.
Yeah, man. I be trying to tell the artists, man. They don't. Some of you guys don't post up there. Some like, I don't need to post. I'm tight. Like, man, if they don't see you and they don't know you, could be tight. They could like your song, but that still ain't gonna get you grabbed.
Yeah, it doesn't give you what you need. It doesn't give you the juice, the sauce.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Bay Area flavors. There was a lot of controversy about it.
They was like, why you ain't get TYSF?
There was. We're not going to play with it.
I was like, goddamn. Hey, you know what? I was thinking.
I was proud. I ain't going to lie. I was proud because you brought the group together and you were bridging the gap, one, too. I didn't even think of myself at first until the people were saying, which y'all got my back. I love y'all. But yeah, how was that?
They was attacking me on my IG. I was like, fuck.
But how was that? How was connecting with Jenny 6ix9ine?
So Jenny, it was real simple.
That was random. How did you guys even?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how it happened. It's because it was random as fuck. The song was done. It was already done a year and a half ago. But I was like, man, this song is tight. Like this song, I need to do the video. I was gonna do the video with just them three. Gabriella, my artist Gabriella.
Yes.
Gabriella.
I love her. I love you.
I mentioned Jenny 6ix9ine. She was like, I don't know why. I like Jenny. Everybody be hating on Jenny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, for real? I go, yeah, Jenny tight. I like Jenny too, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be hating on her. And I remember I said, let me check something out. So I listened to her. I said, man, you know what? I said, hold on, man, I got an idea. Wait a minute. Because I was just thinking about Bay Area Flavors like a few minutes earlier before that conversation happened. So Gabriella brought up Jenny as how she liked her and she wanted to meet her. I was like, you know what? Hold on. And I listened to the other song, Bay Area Flavors. And I went back to her other song. I listened to her. I said, man, hold on. So I went and hit her up on her IG and I hit the message thing. I'm like, I let them know this Goldtoes, whoop, I got a song I want to get you on. And they hit me back. And then I sent it. And I told them all who was on it. And then she couldn't believe, like, she thought I was playing.
Right.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You want to get me on this song? I'm like, yeah. I want to get you on this song. I was going to pay her. I was like, she was like, I do this shit for free.
That's crazy.
I said, what? I said, come on, let's get down. Let's do this. So, hold on, let me turn this.
You're all good.
So, so I was like, okay, let's do this. So I sent her the song. I said, take your time. Let me see what you come with. Let me hear how you come with it. Well, about 2 weeks later, boom, she sent me the song back. I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, great. I gave her her flowers. I said, you did your thing. Now, I said, Jenny, you did your thing. Now let Goldtoes do his thing.
Right.
I said, they don't know what's going to happen. So, boom, I put it all together, set the video up. I mean, it took about a couple months to set the video up to get the timing down with Too Short, BERNER.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Diggs,
legendary people.
I mean, just making sure everybody was there and getting her up. And it just all happened at an ironic time because at that time, she did that stuff with
Miss Lady Pink.
Miss Lady Pink. I'm the one I ain't never even talked about this, but at that time I was the one that talked to them out down there to send her to go over there. Yeah, you feel me? So no, because I was talking to her and she was like, she was like, I'm not. She brought up that I was gonna. She brought about Kilo and being like a cholo, right? And she was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get paid. Well, and she was like, you think what you think? And I'm like, huh? Lean like a no. I said, no, you need to do that.
Yeah.
I said, man, and I guess they had like a little argument or whatever. So I was like, man, get him on the phone. Let me talk to him. You feel me? So she got him on the phone. I hollered at him, and I said, look, because there was some business because that's a big fucking song, platinum song. So it'll be in her best interest to get on the song, get on the video. So at first he was just gonna pay her to go do a cameo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I read.
And she already did the verse, but they had got into it. They had got into a little disagreement about the business.
Yeah.
But at the time, if everything was right, it would have been great for her and it'd have been great for him.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd have been great for everybody. But things didn't happen that way. So I told him, I said, man, she's gonna go do the cameo on the house. She ain't got to pay her. It's good. She gonna go fuck with it. Everything was beautiful. You feel me? Matter of fact, he was like, well, fuck. At first, he was like, I don't even want, I said, man, get her on the song. You got her verse. Like, that would be not smart not to get her on the song. You might as well get her on there.
Business-wise,
and make that shit pop. Yeah. And he was like, fuck it. I'm going to do that too. Right on. Thank you. Boom. Everything was good. Next thing you know, I get a call.
Right.
I'm drunk that night, too. I get a call in the middle of the night. She's like, man, these motherfuckers jumped me. I'm like, what? Huh? I'm like, man, I'm lit. I'm like, man, I don't even know what the fuck I said. I said something. I'm like, my girl was like, you hella rude, man. She just told you she got jumped. I'm like, man, I remember when I woke up, I'm like, oh, man, I got to call her back, whatever. Right. So,
I hope they, no cap, I hope they fixed that, though, because she's from Pasadena? Riverside. Yeah. And I mean, that's close enough
So basically, at the end of the day, I sent her over there in good faith, talked to Kilo to make sure, to let him know, hey, you know what? She didn't really know the business because she's new as far as how business with the businesses and he was actually right on what he was saying. So I was like, yeah, but I didn't know that there was really that much of a conflict and you never know what's gonna happen. I'm not there, I'm not down there, so I really don't know what's going on. Long story short, things happen. So when I found out about that, I'm like, man, okay. I took my ass down to LA, you feel me? And not just for that. I already had some other business, and it was just ironic how I met everybody, and then went to the American Cholo podcast, and we started talking, and then from there, I was like, I announced, well, shit, that didn't have, things went south when she did that video, and I fuck with Jenny, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, we gonna bring her to the Bay and we gonna make it happen, and that's what we did. You feel me?
And they got a conspiracy theories that came out of you bringing her from there to here was wild to me.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. It was all good timing. At the end of the day,
it was all good.
It was all good promotions.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody kind of won. You know what I'm saying? I mean, except for maybe the
right.
I don't know, man.
Well, hopefully that gets at some point mended, because I feel like she should be cool with she should be cool with them. She should be cool with anybody. That's like if me and you were at odds. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like they should mend that and they should try to.
Yeah,
know.
I mean, hopefully they do. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens. You know,
I'm sure.
it ain't nothing.
I'm sure you're connected.
It ain't
A
nothing.
and B
It ain't nothing that can't be fixed. But like I
Yes.
said, you know, that's something that has to happen between them. You know,
Let's talk a little bit
that's their
about
business.
you and Mr. Little One. That was super dope. Being that I grew up, well, people know I'm from the Bay, born St. Luke's, straight to Alamany. Got to spend some time in the grounds of LA, Gardena, California. Mr. Little One, Kilo, Miss Lady Pinks, that's somebody that we grew up listening to out there. It was super dope to see you with him, and from cameo to even just interaction, shaking hands.
Yeah.
How was that experience, and how did you connect those dots?
Man, we hooked up on IG, you know what I'm saying? We chopped it up, and then we met up in LA. Like I was talking on the Fab show, we had dinner. And from that dinner, I was able to peep his mind out. We're both at the same age. We've both been through all the shit, you feel me? We're at the same level, so we could see each other
Right.
at face value. And wasn't on no gang or you're from here, you're from there. It's just more like, man, we on this level and a maturity level of intellectual that we're talking and all the possibilities that can happen. And at the end of the day, man, I'm in the music business, and he get down. He does great music.
He
His
does.
sound is hard. You know, he wrote that song "Wake Up" for me. That's doing really well. The radio's about to pick it up right now. I got
That sounds
about
really
5
good.
stations. Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, hey, man, I can't complain. He made me a hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he let me get on there. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that was dope.
That is dope.
You know? But he's got the Chicano festival happening.
Yeah, I was about
and
to
he's
say
got
that.
a lot of things going on. He a hustler though. He a grinder. Like he's got the eye of the tiger. He's on it. You know what I'm saying? He's on his shit straight up.
And I really like to see you also like, you know, in the Bay, we're very diverse and united. So I feel like we're Chicanos, but we're mixed in with Black people, Asian people, and we know that we're Chicanos or Chicanas. But fucking with people in LA, that's a whole lane and culture. Like they still boogie in this motherfucker. They
Right.
still wear the same clothing. They still believe in certain like morals and traditions.
Yeah.
So I really like how like a lot lately you've been really like representing Chicano in a big way, because you represent for the Bay, you represent for all of us. But right now I really see you shining a lot of light in what the Chicano.
I'm just moving with how everything's moving, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
and that's the
going
cool
with it. You
part.
feel
You're
me?
not like
I'm not
doing-
trying to do too much.
Yeah.
I'm just doing me and just moving. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and
dope.
and I feel that right now it's our time though. Like in the entertainment business as a whole, movie business, music business, it's time for our brown brothers and sisters to really get our shine and really be a strong force in here. You know, I've seen, you know, the blacks had their time. They have their time. The whites have their time.
Yeah.
You know, the Jews really run all this shit. You feel me?
Right.
But we don't have the Brown Entertainment Channel. We don't have the, you know, like the Urban Latino Awards. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things I'm actually working on in the back end with different
That's dope.
companies. You know, so you know, in the upcoming years, you'll start seeing these things.
I'll
come
start
up.
getting my awards.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what he's saying.
You know, we do have we have a lot of our people that are doing music, and we need to be able to. You know, it's harder for us to get on the radio. It just is. Can't nobody tell me different. That's bullshit. Even if we got a dope song, it's just. I'm trying to figure it out. We're still in the. I'm not gonna try to. We're not gonna bully our way in.
Right.
We're gonna figure it out and get our way in there. That's it. You feel me?
I'm sure they're gonna love you. Let's talk a little bit about the headquarters for GT is in Texas, correct?
In Texas, yep.
Yeah.
In
How has it
Houston.
been? How has that been for you? Like being able to work with artists that are in the same area as you, because a lot of us from the Bay work with you, but you in Texas.
Yeah.
So how has it been having Gabriela next to you and like?
I mean,
that's
no,
Tejano music as well.
I'm gonna tell you, like Texas is one of the meccas though for the rap game. I would say, you know, Rap a Lot Records, Jay Prince there. You know, you got a lot of heavy hitters. Baby Bash is there. You know,
Yeah.
for Latin rap, that's the mecca. Houston, Texas is the mecca for Latin rap. I always said it. You know what I'm saying? It's because everybody from around the whole United States really goes there and huddles up. So, me positioning myself in the middle, it's real simple. Look where Texas is at in the United States. It's in the middle of the map.
Right.
Real simple. So what you got on the right, land. What you got on the left, land. What you got up top, land. What you got up bottom, land. Feel what I'm saying? So my positioning, position myself in the middle, you know, you're able to get everything around you. So
So that move wasn't hard for you.
No, it wasn't hard. You know, I moved. Well, I moved out there because my wife, you know, she got a big family out there. I ain't got no brothers and sisters out here, so.
Got you.
And you know, I have my baby out there, my son.
Yeah.
So shout out Lorenzo, shout out my wife Michelle.
Your son's so big now, man.
Yeah, so Lorenzo getting big. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. My wife been holding me down the whole time. You know.
I know. We can't forget about Mrs. Goldtoes. Shout out to you. You're beautiful.
Yeah, she be doing her thing. You know what I'm saying. You know, it's like how can I say? Houston, Texas is a great city, man. Like I'm Frisco to the day to my bones. Houston, Texas is my second home. It's a lot of Bay. It's a lot. It feels like you in the Bay out there because a lot of people from the Bay Area out there. We out there thick too.
So dope.
Hell,
I know. Me and Ari were talking. Shout out to Ari. She was all like, "You trying to move to Texas?" She's like, "Goldtoes out there." I was all like, and then his dad moved to Texas, and I was all like, I brought it up to him like, "Man, we might go to Texas at a point." Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, California beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Texas is beautiful too. It's just a lot cheaper.
right.
And it's a little hotter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it took me about, I'm going to be honest, the heat, it is hot. But after about 5 years, I got used to it.
I said 5 years.
Yeah, for real. It took about 5 years. Now I'm no, but before I was like, I can't get used to this. I'm going to keep it 100. I actually left. I remember when I got out of jail and I went to Texas. I was like, I went for 6 months. I'm going to change my life. I wasn't even gonna do rap no more. I was like, I'm not doing rap. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna fuck this rap shit. And I went to Texas and I'm like, man, I got a job. It was hot. I was like, this ain't me. First of all, I'm not no 9 to 5 working motherfucker putting up cubicles. This is not me.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not selling dope anymore. I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do anything to get me in trouble. I'm good, but this wasn't me. It's hot. I'm like, I'm going back to Frisco. Fuck this shit. And I got up out my house, rented it out, and came back out here. And that's when I started Thiz Latin. You know what I'm saying?
How was that, the growth of that?
That was beautiful. I mean, that was like, in Mac Dre, I always say, in Mac Dre's death, he really kind of, in a weird way, I was blessed with the assignment of Thiz Latin, and it put all the Latinos on. Right. Not only just in the Bay, when I started spreading out the chapters throughout the whole United States, New York, Kansas, Denver. You know, that's how I built up GT Digital.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm when I started up them chapters. We had Chicago, you know, so I'm hitting all the Latinos up. So, I mean, you know, Mac Dre really had a big impact because that Thiz name, and then with that Latin, people felt
They didn't
something.
tell you nothing? Or wait, or did he allow you to use that?
Yeah. They gave, I tell the story, they gave it to me. Like, here, do your thing.
Do something with this.
To make this shit happen. No, we actually made up the name. I want to say Jimmy Roses made up the name, but I went in and put it into play, got the distribution, got a big ass check from City Hall Records, and we created the name. We got a distribution deal. Shout out Kilo and Miami though. You know, those are the ones that basically blessed me and put me in position to win and put me back in the game. I was falling off. You know, Black and Brown was still cracking, but at that time it was hard. You know, I done spent hella money beating this punk ass case. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm down on my luck. Like, you know, I'm like, man, hold on. You know, as you know, like I said, ain't no guarantees in the music game. Just because you cracking, you could be cracking one album and then try to get into the next album and it don't crack off. Right. You feel me? And then try to do it again and then it crack off again. You know what I'm saying? So, right. You know, it can get expensive.
Well, you've always had these, in my opinion, you've always been in these leadership roles. Mm-hmm. And I noticed people have always like kind of trusted you or inclined towards you for leadership roles.
I don't do fuck shit. I mean, I don't burn nobody and I keep it 100. I ain't going to take your money and
I ain't finna take your money, bury you and shit. Like, are you good?
You know, I might charge you a little bit, right. You know, but the work going to be quality work. For like sure. I tell people, you're going to pay me. And if it's expensive, that's because I'm charging you because what I'm going to do is going to be right. It's going to be professional. It's going to be done the correct way. And it's going to, main thing, it's going to get done.
Yeah, and your catalog speaks for itself as well. The things that you have done, people, it's credible, you guys. Let's talk a little bit about, I wanted to talk, I hate when I forget right at the tip of my tongue. The track we just did, 415 Main Attraction.
The really 415, the main attraction.
Really wanted to talk about that and just, I saw you performed it at the...
Yeah, I didn't know my words, but I was like...
At the game, they was feeling you though for get pouring shots. I was like, look at him.
Oh man, my boy called me up, man. He was like, bro, you got to take that down. My boy from Houston, he was like, that don't look right. I'm like, what you mean? Yeah, you can't have no dude putting that in your mouth. I'm like, man, hold on, let me see. I'm like, hey, man, that's a tight ass video, man. What you mean? Like, we at the game. Come on, man.
Right.
Like, you know, fucking with my emotions like that, bro. Don't play with me now.
But how'd that track, when did that idea come to you, and when did you, like, tell me how the idea came about and how you, like, included me, Grando, we got JT.
So, that's one of my favorite songs. JT the Bigger Figure. Shout out to Bigger Figure. That's one of my favorite songs. And I called him up. I had an idea. I'm always calling JT up, or all my peers. If I have an idea, they all know me. I'm gonna call them up. Hey, I got an idea, and they're like, "What?" You know. So I got an idea. I'm like, bruh, let me get that song. I'm gonna reflip it. Boom, boom. And I'm gonna let you hear it, and we're gonna redo it. I'm gonna do it all Latin. That was the first. It's gonna be all Latin. He was like, okay, cool. So I called my boy Goldeneye, and I'm like, bruh, make this beat, redo the beat. He redid the beat. It was smacking. I sent it to you, right? Mm-hmm. Sent it to JT. He was like, ooh, that's nice. And then JT was like, man, I'm going to write your shit. I said, all right, boom.
Nice.
He wrote my shit. Listen to it. I was like, ooh, that shit is tight. Okay, boom. I knocked it out. Then he did his shit, and then that's when I called you up, and I was like, who else should I get on there? I wanted the real ones on there. They didn't give it back to me. Real ones, next time, bro, y'all didn't get back to me on time. What happened with that, man? I really wanted y'all on there. So they didn't get back to me on time. So it was just you, Grand One, and then Young Lot had heard it on IG.
Young Lot went crazy.
Lot was like, bro, I got to get on there. I'm like, I was like, bro, it's all Latins. He was like, nah. I was like, nah, man, I can't do it. And then he hit me back again. Come on, Toes, bud. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. I said, look, bro, here, do it, but I ain't gonna promise you because it's supposed to be all Latin. You feel me? The only brother on there is JT.
Right.
This shit. And then he did his shit was too hard, bro.
It's
too hard. Like, how am I gonna tell him like, nah, but you feel me? Shout out Young Lot. You know, we doing a movie, me and him.
Oh, what's
How
called?
to Survive.
Yes, I did see it.
Yeah.
Okay, you better stop playing with me. You know I'm my actress.
Well,
guy.
he's
Stop playing with
the
me.
executive,
Stop
man.
playing with me. All of y'all, just stop playing with me.
So we doing How to Survive should be coming out. I don't know when, but it should be coming out.
That's dope. Is it hard to do a movie, or do you feel like it's just?
Shit, I'm still learning, man. I
still
mean,
learning?
I don't think it's as hard as long as you got all the right equipment, and you got the actors, and you got a good script. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep everything in line. Everything got to flow. I'm just like everything else. It's a lot more work, though.
It is.
A lot more work. Yeah.
Is that something like you're looking to go towards? Like
I was actually thinking about that today because I'm seeing how much work it is. If I have the money to really do it right, I would do it. But right now, I think I would just like to be like I am now,
like what you're doing,
like how I'm just a supporting role on helping everything out, boom, 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 and getting in where I fit in until I can kind of learn it, and actually really dig my hands into it. You know,
For sure.
You know, I'm an executive producer on Splash City as well,
That's so
but
dope.
because I'm putting stuff together,
Yeah.
but I'm not like the financial man. You
Right.
know, the financial man, shit could take a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk a little bit about BERNER. The way that he's from where he is now, where he was, like, you know, like you got to see him when he started, and to just now seeing like he's a businessman. You guys are both legendary. Like he's sitting there with you. Like you guys are both legendary. How's that for you? And did you ever think? No cap. Did you ever think he was gonna end up how he is now?
I always knew BERNER was gonna. I always knew he had it. Even when, like I always say in every interview, even when they was getting on him, I'm like, nah, you wrong. He got it. He got it. He has something.
You know what's crazy? I don't think people really appreciate him as a rapper, and that's really how he started.
But no, they do though. I think. Okay, so
or the Bay, maybe the Bay. I feel like
no. I know what you're saying. Like no. He
said
like,
no.
No. Like. Burn has got his own. He's got a big, strong fan base. I'm nationwide. You know what I'm saying? He does. And I think in the beginning, a lot of people just doubted him, and there was a sound was like, okay, this ain't Bay. Like this ain't Frisco, or he had his own style.
He did.
It was like an acquired taste, but as he put his sound and related it to the weed, and then it just did something, and it turned into something, and he found his niche. So. I mean, you know, Burn he's got some dope tracks. I just dropped that. I Want That Too. That's a song that I put out. I actually made that shit happen right there, and produced by Cosmo. Shout out Cosmo. But make sure you listen to I Want That Too. That motherfucker hard. That's probably one of the hardest songs he put out in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's super dope. Yeah,
Goldtoes
just to see
presents.
how far you both have came.
You know.
It's just super dope to see it and super inspiring. So what's up with you right now? Like, what's next right now for Goldtoes? I know you're involved in Splash. Yeah, you're involved in different projects.
We got Splash City, and then I'm acting in a movie out of L.A. called Sam's Cry. I'm playing a parole officer.
Look at you.
And then I got How to Survive. I'm acting in that movie. I think I want to pursue more, if not making movies, but acting in movies. Probably trying to land a lead role or something like that. Yeah. That's one of my next goals. But just really, I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at, mastering distribution and staying right here. I'm not trying to do too much of right here. I'm good right here. Just staying right here where I'm at. Make a song in here too, you know what I'm saying? Jump on the mic and shine.
Yeah, it's super dope.
You know, I'm cool right here. Like I don't see right now. I'm cruising.
I like it.
I'm cruising. You know what I'm saying?
Your mom's out there with you in Texas now?
Yeah, mom's out there. Yeah.
Damn, the whole family over there.
Yeah, I'm looking to buy a penthouse. I'm still looking. My goal is to have a penthouse right there by the Bay Bridge with the windows like this, so I could look at. Butt naked from my bedroom. I can look at the Bay Bridge and I can look at the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz Island and have a cup of coffee.
Right.
That's the goal.
It's going to happen.
You feel me?
I said it's going to happen. Manifesting it.
Hey, I put that on everything. That's my goal. Like where I can be like, okay, you know, when I come to the Bay, I got my little spizzot and, you know, shit.
For sure.
I'm looking around. You feel me? That's one of my end games, I would say.
You still talk to Michael Blanco?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got the Michael Blanco thing coming out. Matter of fact.
Did you see the whole Netflix series?
Yeah, I just watched it this morning.
Okay.
I watched the rest of it this morning. So that was good. I liked it. I mean, Michael got a lot of feelings about that situation.
Yeah, I was like, he's a little upset.
Yeah, he's a little upset. But it's all going to work out for the best. You know what I'm saying? Michael's a hard worker. He's got a lot of good things coming. Actually, we're going to be doing a sign-in in New York for his book and doing a meet and greet at a dispensary. So any weed dispensaries, bookstores you guys want to get at Michael Blanco, holla at your boy Toes.
You heard it here.
Make things happen.
I know you. Were you the first one to kind of put him on with his weed?
Yeah,
Were you the one to?
I put that deal together. That's what I do. Like I'm the connector.
I know.
I'm the
super dope to
connection.
see it.
Like I really been like so I put that deal together with Blanco and Cookies. That's one of my main things. I've always been a person to gather people together or connect people together. So I learned early on in the business world, when I connect people, make sure I get my percentage. I want 10 from you and 10 from you.
I was about to ask you. I was all like, I know you have to somehow put yourself in.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to, man. Don't let them write you out of history. That's what I be telling people. Don't let them do that, because people will definitely try to do that. They'll forget. Motherfuckers forget the conversation. Be like, nah. You got to be on your shit. You feel me?
Right.
If you don't speak up, man. If you're even now, as now, I got to get a little bit. Now, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips. If you're doing that now, before you actually introduce somebody to another company or a person, man, go on and get that letter of intent. Get that, or that MOU, memorandum of understanding. Get a lawyer. Pay the fee. If it's something that you're gonna put together, man, have that shit ready, and make sure that everyone signs before you go introduce them to somebody, so you have it there. So you don't backtrack. I've done that multiple times. Even to this day, I'm not doing that no more. Fuck that.
So that's practically like establishing that you're connecting to people and you're going to be involved at all times.
Correct. And you can put all the things
I
on
need
there,
a couple of them motherfuckers, because the way I was connecting dots my whole goddamn career.
I mean, you got to, you just have to. This is a good way to do business. And then both parties, everybody respects you better when you do that.
Right. You're coming out
because
of professional
at that time, it's always like, oh yeah, good. Oh yeah, no, you get your 20 on, I ain't tripping. Whoa. You hook them up, and then 5 months down the line, motherfuckers is working like, hey man, hold on, hold on, y'all work, wait, hold on, but with my money, whoa, hold on,
right?
And then you got to go through the motions of everything and get to hollering and hooing, and then whatever it may happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Avoiding all that and the whole forgetting process. Put that shit on paper. Nobody forgets, and you got a lawyer to run it and be like, hey, man, because now if anything happens, man, no, we shutting that shit down. Ain't nothing happening until you get this shit right.
Wait, so when these contracts are in place, you can literally stop them from kind of
Yeah, it depends. Or they can go ahead, y'all fuck around, do it. We're gonna sue the fuck out you. How about that?
From whatever
depending on what
doing.
it is. Yeah, but it just sometimes it depends on what it is. But yeah, it's it's just check yourself. Here, we got this paperwork. Come on, man.
That's dope. That's
do your
important.
shit
Y'all
right,
take
man.
notes.
Come on, let's do it right. Like there ain't nothing, man. Like if you, like I tell people, if you can say it, put it on paper. Real simple. Be a man of your word. That's it, man.
That's important.
You know. And if you say something like there have been times where I'm like, okay, I do, but then other things come into play where it doesn't make sense. I just got to tell them, look, well, that shit don't make sense. I'm gonna have to retract what I said, and this is why. Pop, 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 pop. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have that. You got to have them bullet points. Why am you retracting what I said so you can make it make sense?
Damn, it's like a debate team going on. Like you got to come up with a source.
Because I try to be as fair as possible, like with everything I do.
Yeah,
like I try to be on point, you know. Or if you bring me somebody, I'm like, if you connect me with somebody, and I'm not gonna even I'm the type of dude. You plug me, and you're talking to me, and somebody tries to go around you. I don't give a fuck about. I'm not gonna let nobody go around whoever came into me. I'm like, bro, go holler at them. I'm gonna tell you, man, go talk to your people. They trying to get at me.
Right.
I tell everybody, I don't do that. I don't do that. Don't do that.
That's important. That's called backdooring.
That's disrespecting my business when you do that. You
yeah.
feel me? And making me look like a foul ass motherfucker. So that's just because I know I wouldn't want that done to me.
Not true.
Because you know some people just got good ass hearts and trying to put people together and get fucked. It's like, come on, man, that's weak.
Got you. As of right now, does Goldtoes manage anybody? I remember you were managing some of Cartel Crew's members.
Only person I manage is Michael Corleone Blanco.
Okay, got it.
Record label, only person assigned to GT Distribution, GT Records is Gabriella.
Dope.
Other than that, man, I ain't got all kind of shit. I got a hard time managing my goddamn life. Nah. You feel me? I got a lot of shit going on. But yeah.
You used to manage, no?
Yeah, no, I used to manage. I mean, BERNER and Burn, you know, I do a lot of management for BERNER, but yeah, I mean, I managed I had hella artists. Lucky Luciano was probably one of
I remember that.
my strongest and longest artists that I managed. But
what about Lavish?
Lavish D, you know, I'm more of a, how can I say?
Or you like to do business
I'm
projects?
like, no, I'm more, yeah, I'm more like business partners with a lot of people. Like like where there's certain business or people just trust me to help manage. I might be a manager called in for certain situations and they call me in. Not like I'm their 24/7 manager, but I'm called in on situations to help out with the business, knowing that they can trust me. They know I know what I'm talking about to handle the business in a correct way and get everything done and get the paperwork right.
Right.
And be that buffer between this person and that person, so no feelings get involved. You feel me? And then I'm the bad guy. I could be the bad guy.
Right.
It's $5,000. That's how much it is, man.
Is it?
Whatever it is, motherfuckers get offended. Oh, about $5,000. Come on, man. You're like, no, it's $5,000. Shit, that's what it is. You want them? Come on, it's $5,000. If you don't want it, then just keep pushing. It's all good. Go get somebody else.
No, that's real. It's always important. I remember I had no names. I had asked somebody for a feature. The motherfucker wanted a house and a car. You know what you're talking about, 20 bands or so. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to just ask Goldtoes. I'm going to go through Goldtoes. They definitely lowered that motherfucker down. So it is important to, like, you know, have people that can advocate for you.
Yeah, because like some people, if they know, like, Toes, is that your artist? Like, yeah, it's artist on GT. Fuck with them. Don't do them like that. Okay, cool.
Don't charge a car in the house.
Yeah, like, you know, make it happen. You know, I try to work the wiggle. You feel me?
I wanted to talk a little bit about like artists and like working and connecting because you are a businessman, but you have been in that artist role. And you still are in that artist role. Do you feel like artists working, there should be fees? Like I get a lot of artists that they feel like it should be organic. If me and you want to work, or like you and Mr. Little One, like I don't know if there was money involved, but do you feel like it should be more organic doing features and working, or do you feel like it should come with a fee?
Well, it just depends on the level of the artist, who's on what level. You know what I'm saying? And the work that takes in, like, you know, it just depends on that level of what it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nothing. I mean, you know, people are working, making beats. People are recording studio. Or if you got two artists and one artist got 2 albums out and the other artist got no album out, you know what I'm saying? It really depends, you know. Yes, of course, in a perfect world, we would like everybody, let's all be fucking cool. Let's not charge anybody. But that's not it. You know, at the end of the day, man, money talk, bullshit walk. Money make people do. I mean, the money, when you get paid, you feel better about it. And you're gonna do. I would think you do a better job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's me though.
He's like, that's my statement.
You know, you're gonna take it more seriously. But I mean, you know, then I mean, if you're artists and you guys are on the same level, no, you shouldn't be charging each other.
Right.
You're on the same level, or you're like, or no. I'm gonna tell you like this. Not even that. Everybody's different. Like me, if I see an artist and they raw, I don't give a fuck if they're a nobody. If they're tight, I'm not charging you. I'm like, come on, let's knock this shit out. Let's work. Because I see something you might crack off this year. I might need you on something.
Right.
So you got to be able to watch that. You got to be able to analyze who you're dealing with, or give them a chance. I like giving chances. I mean, it's just, of course, I like money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it all depends.
You know what I wanted to ask you, because it came up on my memories. Remember that hotel we went to that was gonna be artist based?
They asked me to go there tonight.
Bruh, what?
She actually just hit me. She was like, I was supposed to be at 3:00 today. I didn't go.
Oh, why? What
So
are you still gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I think so. If you guys want to come, we can come over there.
I would love
I'll call her
to.
after the podcast. Yeah, they finished it up. It's
They
cracking.
finished it?
Yeah.
Bro, you have to take me.
Yeah, the School of Music. Yep.
That shit is dope, you guys.
Yep.
It's a whole. When are they gonna introduce that?
They asked me to come down, so I'm trying to see what's up with it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
because I remember they said, bruh, yeah, it's dope. You guys are. I don't want to say too much because it's not mine, but that shit was dope, and it's like futuristic as fuck.
Right.
And it's dope that you're gonna have a GT. Well, at
I'm
that
gonna
time.
talk to them about having a GT office there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
Oh,
set
an
up
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at first it was just like a.
Yeah, I just have an office there. You know what I'm saying?
That's super dope. I'm glad that you guys are still in the works for that, because I always go back and look at the videos I took and I'm like, bruh, this is different and this is dope. And for
Yeah.
you to be involved in that, that's gonna be legendary and different. Well, this is dope. So before we wrap up, I always tell people, leave the people with a couple. No. Wait, hold on. I wanted to ask about Carnival and your involvement. You always are super involved. May is coming up. You're super involved in Carnival. What's up with this year? Are you gonna do some?
Yeah, they want me to sponsor a stage. I think on 24th and Street at a Dying Breed.
Yes, sir.
But you know, whatever happens, I mean, I'm just down with.
You've
I'm
always
always
been
down
with
with the community. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we got to do.
You gonna come out this year?
It just depends on my schedule, what's going
Gotcha.
on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, yeah, be out here. You know.
I love when you come out for
You know
Carnival.
what I'm saying? I didn't go last year. I had a lot. Last year I had a lot going on. A lot of traveling going on. You know, motherfucker get older, you just be tired. I be tired. I want to go to bed and shit. 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. Motherfucker be tired and shit. But when I come back to San Francisco though, I just get like fucking
Adrenaline?
Incredible Hulk in this motherfucker. I'm like, shit, I'm
Obvious.
gonna keep going. I'll be smacking it.
Right.
I'll be like a little kid. I get back home, I'm like, woo, shit. But you know, I get that Frisco air in me, you feel me? That salt in my lungs. But yeah, no, Carnival, anything, you know, Roberto, I'll support everything he does as well. You know, I supported his campaign this year as well. And you know, shit.
Oh, I
it's
saw
gonna
a
be big.
GT painting as well on the Casa Bandito now. Right there in the corner of the painted house.
Oh yeah.
There's a big GT right there.
Rich Segovia's house. Yeah,
Yeah.
they put the GT logo there. Shout out Rich.
That's
And
super
I got it
legendary,
on 24th and Mission as well. I might do a few more murals and stuff. You know what I mean, in the neighborhood. You know, it's a good time right now in the music game, and I enjoy every day of it, man. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. Wake up and breathe and eat this shit every day. Right now, you know, it's time for Latinos. Right now, it's time to shine for us. You know,
Definitely.
and you know, I'm congratulations on what you're doing. I think that you might be one of the first. You are the first woman podcaster that I've talked to. You're Latina. You're from the Bay, so I expect this to be turn into a bigger and bigger podcast.
For sure it is.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna turn
Like,
into a talk show. I'm gonna be the Hood Ellen.
yeah, that'd be dope. Like you could. This is a whole nother route that you could really make some shit pop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I was here to support you. I know it took some time to get me in here, but
It's all
you know,
good. I was gonna get you.
Nah. You know, TYSF. You a straight hustler, man. And I just can't wait to when you come to that, when you get your time. You know, your time is coming.
It is.
You know,
I feel it. You know,
your
like
time
when you
is
feel
coming.
it.
Your time is coming. It's just you're just waiting. You're going when they say it's your time, people have all these little pockets though. It's just not this one time.
Well, yeah,
You got one
definitely.
time. You got this. You just.
It just
you
leads
get-
up to the big ass
Yeah, it
one.
leads up to different ones. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep pushing.
Thank you.
You feel me?
Well, thank you so much for making the time.
Yeah.
Goldtoes, you know, I got love for you.
For sure.
Since the time I met you, I was at.
You was
Fuck,
young.
I was young and
Yeah.
I was fake singing. I came to you fake singing. And you know, you motivated me at that time. What I like about you is you've always been very honest and blunt, and it's never been from a harmful place in your
I want
heart.
to say probably almost every time TYSF ever asked anything of me, I've always said yes, whatever. It may
You
be.
have. I ain't gonna
I don't think
cap.
I've ever told you no.
No, you
right?
haven't.
Julio, like yeah,
No,
I got
you
you.
haven't.
Nah.
The most that's happened is like if I wanted to be on the track and you're like, you know, they decided not to, and you're
That's
like,
the
but
only
actu-
thing I had to get you on the very
yeah,
first.
you've only gave me bad news of something like that. And you're like, but if it was on me, you're like, you'd be on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just appreciate you for all the love and like I think
you need to do a song with a LA Latina.
I agree.
Bella B.
I agree.
Matter of
Bella,
fact, I'm talking to her manager.
I've talked to Bella before,
and I think Mondo's gonna go out there. Official Mondo. Matter of fact, official Mondo.
Yeah, I seen him. He actually performed at Carnival last year.
BERNER might be signing him.
That's different.
Yeah, might be signing him. He liked him. He took a liking to him.
Yeah,
so,
I like that. That's different. And
shout
he's
out
young, no?
Shout out little Mondo. He's doing it. Shout out Grand One. There's a few cats, little C's on the move. He's coming up.
C's, hurry the fuck up.
Little C's got some stuff going. He's in the movie. He was in the movie today too.
Oh, dope! I'm glad.
He's in the movie. Got little things. So, we got the other artist, little Net. She's raw. You feel me? She's doing her thing. So man, the city got a lot of San Francisco. Come on, man, huddle up, man. We got to get it together, baby.
You talking about Net,
the Tone Loke's daughter.
Yes, of course. Love her. She has a beautiful voice as well.
She go hard, you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Like, for us as the people, the black and brown. And you always come back home, which I think is important.
Yeah.
To no matter how.
I think people fucking thought I forgot about home for a minute. I don't know. For a minute I was
gone. You living your best life.
For a minute I was gone like, told you from Texas, motherfucker, or what?
Right. No,
like,
you always come
nigga,
back.
I'm from Frisco.
No,
man.
yeah.
No, I said, man, I come back to my hood all the time. I'm everywhere in this motherfucker.
And not only that, you guys got to tune into his interviews, his podcast interviews. Like, anybody who's interviewing him, he's definitely representing for San Francisco, Frisco, the mission. Like, there's no doubt. You always mention it. Never forget about it.
Off top, man.
But yeah, I need you to leave people with some motivating words.
Man, just stick to it. Stick to the script. Stay down till you come up. You know what I'm saying? And be positive. The best thing you can do is be positive in your situation. Attitude is everything. A good attitude will get you good results. Have you feeling better, man? Salute.
And then, as I always remember, he tells me, always have fun with the shit. The moment you stop having fun with the shit is the moment you already lost.
Yeah, that's why you always see me smiling.
He mad as fuck smiling.
Yeah, I'll be mad smiling. Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is Daciana Shawty, TYSF, Queen of the Skull, and we're here with the one and only legendary, a vital component to the Bay Area hip hop. It is Mr. Goldtoes himself.
The Bentley. Yeah.
See on the show, let's go. Puerto Rican, on the block, call the J-Lo, just cheeky. On the clock like it's payroll, tinted. Ruler clip look like halo. Little Puerto Rican, on the block, holla J-Lo, chasing chicken. On the clock like it's payroll, don't attempt it. Ruler clip gun like halo, over mixture. Watch it drop in that Fago. Puerto Rican, on the block, holla J-Lo, chasing chicken. On the clock like it's payroll, don't attempt it. Ruler clip gun like halo, over mixture. Watch it drop in that Fago.